You are not alone. There is a presence that has always been with you, even when you could not feel it. Angels watch over you, quietly, patiently, lovingly, and today, I want to tell you something they wish you could hear. Something simple, yet profound. They fell harder for you the moment they discovered the truth that lives quietly in your soul. You are stronger than you think. Not in the ways the world measures strength, not in money, status, or even in achievements, but in the quiet moments, in the moments when you feel broken, and yet you keep moving, in the moments when your heart aches, and yet you continue to love. They saw the way you rise again and again, even when the path is uncertain. They saw your courage when you feel unseen. They saw your patience when the world has forgotten you. And in that, they fell harder. They fell for your resilience. They fell for your spirit that refuses to give up. You see, angels are not impressed by perfection. They are moved by authenticity, by the raw, unfiltered truth of your heart, by your willingness to keep trying, to keep hoping, to keep dreaming. Even when the nights are long, even when the weight feels unbearable, there is a purity in that struggle, a beauty in your scars. They see how you hold yourself together, even when pieces feel lost. They fell for your quiet power, for the depth of your empathy, for the love you give even when it is not returned. They fell for your courage to feel deeply, without apology, to let your heart break and still remain open. Because they know that your heart is the gateway to your true self, and it is through that heart that divine love flows. The truth they discovered is this: you are sacred, not because you are perfect, not because you always know the right path, not because you are never afraid. You are sacred because you continue to rise, even in the fire, because you continue to love, even when love feels dangerous, because you continue to dream, even when dreams seem far away. And angels, they see this, they see it, and they marvel. They do not judge your mistakes. They do not scorn your doubts. They do not punish your fear. They embrace it. They embrace all of you, all the light and all the shadow, all the courage and all the uncertainty, all the strength and all the vulnerability. And when they fell for this truth, something shifted. They understood that your soul carries a light that cannot be dimmed, even when you hide it, even when you forget it, even when the world tells you otherwise. They saw your struggles, and they saw your triumphs, and in both, they found a beauty that is rare, a beauty that cannot be bought, a beauty that cannot be faked, a beauty that exists because you exist. They want you to know deeply that you are never unworthy, you are never too broken, you are never too small, you are never too lost. No matter what you have been told, no matter what you have felt, you are enough. You are more than enough. And in their love for you, they wish to remind you of this truth, that no matter how dark the path seems, no matter how heavy the heart feels, you are never walking alone. They are with you in every step. They are with you in every tear. They are with you in every whispered prayer. They are with you in the silence of your room. They are with you in the laughter that bubbles unexpectedly. They are with you in the moments when you feel the world has abandoned you. Even in those moments, they are here, and they fall harder for the way you hold yourself together. Even when the pieces do not feel like they fit, even when your hands tremble, even when your courage feels fragile, they see it and they are in awe. The truth they discovered is simple. Your heart is extraordinary. Your love is extraordinary. Your spirit is extraordinary, even if you do not see it, even if you cannot feel it, even if you doubt it every day. They do not doubt it. They know your worth. They know your beauty. They know your light, and they wish to remind you, in the deepest corners of your being, that this truth is eternal. You are cherished. You are admired. You are loved beyond measure, not for what you do, not for what you achieve, but for who you are, for your willingness to be here, for your willingness to feel, for your willingness to rise again and again and again, even in the face of fear, even in the face of doubt, even in the face of heartbreak. They fell harder for this truth because they understand something you may have forgotten. Your journey is sacred. Your heart is sacred. Your soul is sacred. And every step you take, even the smallest, matters. Even when no one notices, even when the world seems indifferent, even when you feel invisible, you are not invisible. You are seen. You are felt. You are known by beings who exist beyond time, by beings who are infinite in love, by beings who will never leave you. And this is why they fell harder. Not for what you have done, not for what you have given, but for who you are, fully, completely, beautifully. Your heart has opened the doorway to divine truth. Your soul has become a vessel for love that cannot be measured. And angels, they see it. They fall harder for the simple fact that you exist, that you continue to be you, that you continue to walk this path, even when it is hard, even when it is lonely, even when you cannot see the light at the end. They fell harder because they know that every choice you make, every act of courage, every act of love, no matter how small, ripples across the universe. Every tear you shed, every smile you share, every act of kindness you offer, every moment you remain true to yourself. They notice, they celebrate, they honor, and they fall harder for the truth that lives in you. You are more powerful than you realize, more beautiful than you know, more loved than you can imagine. And if you ever doubt this, if you ever forget this, if you ever feel alone, they will remind you with whispers in your soul, with signs along your path, with love that cannot be ignored. They fell harder for you because they saw the truth of your heart. And now, I want you to feel this truth too. Let it sink in. Let it wrap around you like a warm embrace. Let it remind you that you are worthy. Let it remind you that you are loved. Let it remind you that you are never alone, because angels, they fell harder for you, and in that love, they will never let you go. They fell harder for the moments when you doubted yourself, for the moments you asked, "Am I enough?" For the nights you cried silently, believing no one noticed. They saw, they felt, and they loved you even more. Every time you rose, even when your soul ached, every time you took one step forward, even when the path seemed impossible, every time you whispered to yourself, "I will try again tomorrow." They celebrated quietly in the unseen realms. Angels fell harder for the purity of your intentions, for the love you give without expecting return, for the care you show to others, even when your heart feels empty, for the empathy you carry that often goes unnoticed. They fell harder because they see your truth. They see the sacred fire in your spirit, the quiet strength that never demands attention, the courage to face each day, fully aware of your fears, and in this recognition they were moved. Now, they ask you to recognize it too. Look at your own heart and see what they see. See the beauty that you often overlook. See the strength you often underestimate. See the light you sometimes forget exists, because your angels know this truth. When you honor your own heart, the universe honors you. When you embrace your own light, love begins to flow freely. When you trust in your own journey, miracles begin to appear, and angels wish to guide you to this realization. They fell harder not because life was perfect for you. They fell harder because you continued to love life. Even in imperfection, they fell harder because you continued to hope. Even in despair, they fell harder because you continued to dream. Even when dreams felt impossible, they see your battles, your struggles, your fears, and still they say, you are sacred, you are worthy, you are loved. And now they invite you to reflect on one simple question. What is one truth about your heart that has remained hidden, even to yourself? What is one way you can honor yourself today that you have been neglecting? What is one small act of courage you can take that your angels have been waiting to celebrate? They are guiding you to feel, to recognize, to awaken the sacred power that has always lived inside you, because this power is the source of your miracles, the source of your love, the source of your joy, the source of your freedom. And every time you choose to honor your heart, your angels fall harder. They fall harder not out of desire, they fall harder out of reverence. Reverence for your spirit, reverence for your journey, reverence for the divine being you are becoming. Even in your imperfections, they see perfection. Even in your mistakes, they see learning. Even in your fears, they see bravery. They fell harder because you are real, you are raw, you are human, and yet divine. They fell harder because they know that your existence matters, that your choices matter, that your love matters, and they long for you to feel this truth deeply, to let it flow through your veins, to let it guide your thoughts, your actions, your days, to let it remind you that you are not just passing through life. You are here to shine, to love, to inspire, to awaken others by the simple act of being you. And angels fell harder because they see the ripple effect of your life, the unseen waves of kindness, courage, and light that spread far beyond your sight. The moments when you think no one is watching, and yet the universe is noticing. The moments when you think your efforts are small, and yet they create lasting change. They fell harder because they know your heart touches more than you realize. And now, they ask you to share this truth, to speak your heart, to acknowledge your journey, because when you speak your truth, you amplify the light, you amplify the love, you amplify the energy that falls harder for the goodness in this world. So tell us, what is one truth your angels have been trying to remind you of? What is one way your heart has shown courage, even when you felt afraid? What is one small miracle you have noticed in your life recently, and how did it make you feel? Share it below so we can celebrate it together. Because your story matters, your voice matters, your heart matters, and when you share, you create a space for others to recognize their own sacred truth. Angels fall harder when we honor each other, when we share our hearts, when we acknowledge the beauty that exists in every soul. And as you write your truth in the comments, know this: every word is seen, every intention is felt. Every shared experience is lifted by the unseen hands of angels. They fell harder because they saw your vulnerability. They fell harder because they saw your love. They fell harder because they saw you keep going when giving up felt easier. And now, they want you to see yourself as they see you, not through the eyes of doubt, not through the eyes of fear, but through the eyes of divine love, through the eyes of angels who celebrate every step of your journey, through the eyes of beings who know your worth, through the eyes of the universe itself. And the truth is this: you are cherished, you are honored, you are celebrated even when no one else seems to notice, even when the world seems indifferent, even when you forget your own light. They fell harder because they see it, even when you cannot. And they are asking you to remember it too, to speak your truth, to honor your heart, to rise in your light, to share your love, and to celebrate your journey in all its beauty and all its struggle, because every step you take, every act of love, every courageous choice is a reason for angels to fall harder. So take a moment, reflect, and share your heart below. What truth do you now see about yourself that you may have overlooked? What small act of courage can you celebrate today? What light can you shine, even in the smallest way, for yourself and others? When you answer, you invite angels to fall harder once more. You invite love to flow freely. You invite miracles to be seen. Because your existence is sacred. Because your journey is sacred. Because your heart is sacred. And angels are watching, always, and they will continue to fall harder for you. A fell harder for the way you forgive, even when forgiveness feels impossible. They fell harder for the times you chose kindness over anger, for the moments you held back your judgment, even when it would have been easier to lash out, for the times you gave love when you had little left to give. They saw your struggles and whispered, "You are doing more than you realize." They fell harder for the quiet battles you fight within yourself, the battles no one else sees, the battles that leave you feeling exhausted, defeated, unsure. They see every tear you shed, every silent prayer you make, every trembling step forward, and they fall harder because they know that even in your struggle, you shine. They fall harder for the way you hold hope, even when hope seems lost. For the moments you believe in love, even when it has disappointed you. For the moments you believe in yourself, even when the world tells you otherwise. They are in awe of the strength you don't even notice. They are moved by the courage you take for granted. They are inspired by the love you often hide. And now, they want you to see it too. They want you to feel the admiration that has always been there. Because when you honor your heart, you honor your soul. When you honor your journey, you honor your life. When you honor your struggles, you honor your growth. And angels fell harder for the truth that you are growing, even when it doesn't feel like it, even when the path seems endless, even when the nights feel dark and heavy, even when your heart aches with longing or fear. They fell harder for your resilience, for the way you continue to rise, even when falling feels easier, for the way you continue to try, even when trying seems pointless, for the way you continue to hope, even when hope feels fragile. They fell harder because they saw the light that never goes out, even when you forget it, even when you hide, and even when the world tries to dim it. They fell harder because they know your light touches more than you can see. Your kindness, your love, your courage, your presence, these ripple through the universe in ways you may never notice. Every small act matters. Every kind word matters. Every brave choice matters. And they fell harder because they see it. They see it all, and they ask you to see it too, to recognize the beauty in your own life, to celebrate the victories you think are small, to acknowledge the courage you often forget, to honor the love you give even when it is not returned. Because each of these things is sacred. Each of these things is powerful. Each of these things is proof of your divine essence. Now, they want you to reflect on something important. What is one act of courage you have taken recently, no matter how small? What is one way your heart has loved deeply, even when it was risky? What is one moment when you chose hope, even when despair whispered louder? Share it below. Your angels will celebrate it with you. Your story will inspire others. Your courage will ripple, outward, and angels will fall harder once more. They fell harder for your authenticity, for the times you were real, even when it was scary, for the times you showed vulnerability, even when it made you feel weak, for the times you admitted your fears, your mistakes, your doubts, your dreams. They see your truth and they honor it. They fall harder because you are brave enough to be yourself, even when the world judges, even when your heart trembles, even when your mind doubts. They fell harder because your soul is genuine. They fell harder because your spirit is unbroken. They fell harder because your journey is unique, sacred, and powerful. And now, they want you to recognize this in yourself, to honor your own heart, to speak your own truth, to share your own story. Because when you share your journey, you allow others to see the light in themselves. When you honor your courage, you inspire others to honor theirs. When you celebrate your love, you awaken love in the hearts of those around you. They fell harder for your perseverance, for the times you continued despite fear, for the times you believed despite doubt, for the times you dreamed despite uncertainty. They fell harder because your life is a testament to resilience. Your heart has survived storms, your soul has weathered shadows, your spirit has endured pain, and still you rise, and still you shine, and still you love. They fell harder for this because they know every time you rise, you remind the universe of its own beauty. Every time you shine, you remind others of their light. Every time you love, you remind the world of what is sacred. Now, they want you to answer this question for yourself. What is one truth about your heart that you have been hiding? What is one courage you have been neglecting to acknowledge? What is one miracle you have experienced but haven't celebrated? Write it below, share it. Your angels will see it. The universe will honor it, and you will feel the love that has always surrounded you. They fell harder for the way you endure, for the way you hope, for the way you dream, for the way you love, and they continue to fall harder with every step you take, even now, even in this moment, even as you hear these words, because angels are always present, always watching, always loving, always falling harder for the sacred truth of who you are. And now they invite you to rise, to shine, to love, to share, to celebrate your journey, because every step matters, every choice matters, every word matters, your heart matters, your courage matters, your love matters. And when you share it in the comments below, you create a sacred space for others to do the same, to honor their own journey, to celebrate their own courage, to recognize their own light. And angels fall harder for that too. So share your truth, share your courage, share your love, share your miracles, share your heart, because angels are listening and they will fall harder for every word, every truth, every act of love, and they will continue to do so as long as you are willing to rise, shine, and share. So now, take a deep breath. Feel the love that has always surrounded you. Feel the angels falling harder for the beauty of your heart. Feel the light within you, shining brighter than ever. Know that every step you take matters. Know that every choice you make ripples through the universe. Know that your courage, your love, your light are seen. They are celebrated, they are cherished, and they are honored. Now, I invite you to share your truth below. Tell us one way your heart has shown courage this week. Tell us one miracle, big or small, that has touched your life. Tell us one truth about yourself that you are ready to embrace. Your angels are watching, your light is inspiring, your journey is sacred, and by sharing, you allow others to see their own divine truth. So comment, reflect, and connect, Because when you honor your heart, you honor the world. And remember, angels fall harder for you every single day. Keep rising, keep loving, keep shining, and always remember, you are sacred, you are worthy, you are infinitely loved.